What's up, everybody?
Hey.
This is Daddy Goods, and today we got Swayne. What's up?
Hi, everybody.
I am incredibly excited to have you on the podcast. So let's give you another round of applause right there.
Yes, we're here
like
for it. I love it.
Been a long time coming.
It's been
Swayne,
Shandy Wayne, Shandy motherfucking Wayne.
Shandy motherfucking Wayne. Is that like the other alias or what?
So I actually, long story short, I am Shandy Wayne, but Instagram fucking hates me, and so I was Swayne, and then I was Swayne 13. So now we're here.
Why do you think Instagram hates the Shandy Wayne so much? I'm like confused because Shandy Wayne, the Swayne, is awesome.
Yeah, they don't want to see a pimp pimping. That's why.
They don't want to see a pimp pimping. I really feel that they really truly don't. I mean, there's so many like stiff arms and blocks going on in the Instagram world. What do you think it is, especially when it comes to the foot world?
Ooh, I don't know, especially with Instagram. I think it's weird because I don't know, between Instagram and TikTok, I feel like as a 27-year-old woman consensually posting everything that I'm doing, it's like censored, all this good stuff. But you hop onto a little 16, 17-year-old's page and they got titties out and everything, but their stuff's not getting flagged. And I'm like, what is this?
I couldn't even answer that, man, because I'm wondering the same thing. And then I seen an anime page with full on like hardcore sex. I'm like, dude,
they're out going there.
Yeah, like, I mean, if it wasn't anime, it would be like the full on thing. And I'm like, man, they're going in. And Instagram, happens to be okay with that.
I don't get it. So I just think that they hated watching my numbers go up. And so they're like, let's just get this bitch's account blocked. They did it on Instagram. They did it on TikTok. So I have to keep rebuilding my page, but that's okay because I have like a lot of beautiful, steady followers who have supported me for a very long time, and I appreciate it. So I always come back. So it's cool.
Right. Well, shout out to her. Yeah, she's resilient, y'all. She is super resilient. I like to hear it. So Arched Queen Lucy is the name that you go by when it comes to the foot world, right?
Yes, that is my OnlyFans page. Footloose Lucy.
Footloose Lucy. And how did that name come about?
So, funny story. I actually worked in a psychiatric unit. And I worked the graveyard shift, and my security guard had come in, and I was just like throwing around the OnlyFans idea, saying, that some people have told me I have pretty feet, this and the other. And he was like, you need to do like a play on words though. You need to make it like unique. And then we were like throwing names out, and then like Footloose, Lucy, and I go by Lucy. So it's just perfect, and it worked out, and I love it. So.
Yeah, I could dig it. And the first time I seen you was actually the first time I ever seen the Still Spicy podcast. It was the episode that you were in. Can't remember which number it is, but I do have it flagged as one of my favorites on my YouTube page. So if anybody wants to refer back to that at some point, it is in my favorites in a playlist. But so she was on there, and it says Shandy. She was on that podcast, and that was the very first one that I seen, and that's what made me, know who the Street Champs were.
That's how you tapped in.
I tapped in, and I was like, dang, they're really doing their thing. And I'm one of those people who, when I see solid work being done, I'm like, oh, I got to show some love. I'm one of those people that love to give people flowers when they deserve them. You know what I mean?
We love that. Oh my goodness. We love that. And we had talked about you. So we just had a recent podcast for like Halloween. We Derek put on this big, beautiful production, and we did a live podcast. So, people had tickets. We were in a theater. People came out. And so I was like, shout out Daddy Goods. Like, we love you and everything like that, because we appreciate like all the support that, it's not my podcast by any means. I was just a part of it. But we all do really appreciate all the love that you've shown. We were like, what the fuck? You come out of the woodworks just showing love, and we love it. So.
Man, that's what real ones do. Real ones show love. And I mean, you guys show love too. Like you say, you were on the live show giving shout outs and stuff like that. That's dope. What was it like doing a live podcast?
It was really cool. So at first, when I got invited, I was like, "Oh, this is gonna be like dope as fuck," whatever. And then literally, we were backstage, and one of the guys came back, and he's like, "Are you nervous?" And I was like, "For what?" And he was like, "Well, there's people out there," and I was like, I mean, I guess it didn't like register in my head, so I kind of got like a little stage fright, but it was really cool. We were all like dressed up in costume. They were like interacting with the crowd, and it was really fun. So I wasn't even like nervous once I stepped out, but I was like, motherfucker, why'd you even have to say anything? Like, why'd you have to
Yeah,
come
I
bring up
know.
old shit?
No, you did make me kind of nervous now that you said that.
But no, it was cool. It was awesome. I hope in the future that, I hope Street Champs can definitely do it again. But anybody, I think that's like a good thing to get the community involved. And I loved it. It was fun.
Yeah, no, I love what you guys are doing, and it makes me want to do live podcasts and things
Fuck
like that.
yeah.
And by the way, everybody, when I say live podcast, I know this podcast is live, but I mean like in person live.
Yes.
That's what they did.
Mhm.
And I'll tell you something, Swayne, or Shandy, I'm gonna start just saying Shandy. I actually wanted to pop up on you guys like as a secret. Yeah. And I almost did, but I just literally wasn't able to, but I was going to. And
We would have been pumped. Everybody would have been pumped.
mm, man, yeah, I really wanted to, and I was like, man, that'll be tight. I just pop up on them and show some love, and kick it and everything. And I know you guys are probably turning up over there too, huh?
Okay, so they had, and I keep saying we, like, beg my pardon. I didn't do anything except for show the fuck up. Okay, that was all I did. Derek, Street Champs, Still Spicy. They put on like this sick ass little like get together in the beginning, and like everybody was just handing out joints and like free weed dabs. Like we had they had a whole bunch of sponsors and everything, and then they had a whole bunch of liquor upstairs. They were handing out shots. Everybody was taking shots. Bree did like a shotgun challenge at the end and smoked everybody, by the way. Shout out Bree, baby girl, because she smoked all the dudes who were like, no, we're gonna do this, we're gonna kill it. Shut up, sit down. So we were having a good time.
She's always shotgunning, like on every Still
She's
Spicy
And
episode.
you know what's funny is like the episode that I was on, I think was number 3 of Still Spicy, and she had just celebrated her birthday weekend, and she wasn't feeling so hot, and I was like, "Fuck it, dude! Like, you might as well hair the dog. You'll learn as you grow a little bit older, baby girl. You got to keep it going." And I don't remember if I told her to shotgun or if she was like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna shotgun," and she just said full send. And then ever since then, she can get it in like 4 seconds.
Oh my goodness,
She's
4 second
crazy.
shotgun.
And she'll drink a twisted tea, and I'm like, bitch.
Uh,
Shotgun of water after that, at least, because I feel bad already for your
I wonder
life.
what that hangover was like the next day. That had to be a vicious hangover.
That girl puts it down, and I'm proud of her because golly gee whiz.
Dude, I can't drink for nothing no more. I mean, I literally don't drink now, but I like even before I stopped drinking, I was like super hungover, like most days afterwards, and I'm just like, man, I do not miss the hangover process. The hangover process is just the worst.
Hurts. It hurt. And I'm not 30 yet, but I was like, oh, cool. Like all these years, I was like, oh, it'll start hurting after 30. Excuse me. What the fuck happened? Because I just drank for my graduation and I was dying for 2 whole days afterwards. Not
Mm.
even just the one day wasn't good enough, of course not. God said, here's the second day, bitch. Learn your lesson. And I was struggling.
So tell me about the graduation, because I think that's something that people should know about you before they, jump on all your socials and jump on your OF and, start having great times to the visuals and stuff like that. They should know that the Arch Queen Lucy is like out here making waves in the professional world.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Even for just like bringing it up. So I just got my master's in social work. I got a 3.9 GPA. I busted my ass. Don't go to college, kids. It fucking sucks ass. And no, I'm just kidding.
We put positive messages on the podcast today. I love it.
No, I really think I was pumped. I got it in the mail, and I couldn't do anything except for cry. Like I was just like so excited. Like I'm a first generation on both sides of my family. it was just amazing, and I'm very grateful and happy to be done. Thank God. The other day, one of my kiddos that I work with was like, "Are you gonna go get your doctorate, like your PhD?" I said, "Fuck no." They're like, "Yeah, but Dr. Wayne sounds pretty cool." I was like, "Fuck, it does. Maybe I will." Like, goddamn. So,
It does sound good. It does.
yeah. So who knows? Maybe in a couple years I'll be Dr. Wayne. So.
That sounds super fly too, Dr. Wayne. Like, imagine that being your, your title every single time people like address you. It's like, nah, you got to call me doctor. I'm not Mrs. Wayne. I'm
Yeah. And I'm not
Dr.
even Mrs. I'm Miss. So I am single.
Oh, fellas. Oh, fellas. Better make your way to, I don't know if you're public with where you're at, but make your way there, guys.
Colorado. I'm in Colorado.
She's in Colorado, man. The Rocky Mountains, it's where it's snowy at. It's probably snowing already right now.
Oh God, no, it's not. And I fucking hate the cold weather. And honestly, I thought I would be, hence the long socks. No, I'm just kidding. But I wish I got used to the cold weather. I don't. So if anybody is tall, dark, and handsome and wants to move me out to a state that has warm weather, you let me know.
She said tall, dark, and handsome. She's a height supremacist too, by the way, everybody.
I can't help it, Daddy Kids. I can't help it.
All right, so what is a legit height for the Arch Queen Lucy?
Okay, let me just start by saying I don't hate short men. Short kings, bag your bitches, okay? But do not come up to me and be like, I'd climb you like a jungle gym. Well, I'm gonna flick you off. Stop it, okay? Knock it the fuck off. So hey. I'm 5'9". Just normal, just standing. That's no shoes, that's no heels, that's just flat-footed 5'9".
So she's 6 foot with heels on, fellas.
Yeah, so come correct. No.
So 6 foot with heels on for sure, right? Like, have you measured yourself with heels on?
No, I wish I had a tape measure. I could right now, but no, I'm like a cool like 6 foot 6'1". Like I'm tall as fuck. So I don't know. Is it fucked up to say like I just don't feel feminine with like a short guy?
No, I mean everybody has their preference at the end of the day, and I myself, I always.
Are you short king, Daddy Goods?
I'm not a short king, but I'm also not a humongous tall king either. Right. I'm like right in the middle king. I'm 6 foot, so and with some Timbs on, I might be a good 6'1". I'm just saying, okay. But so I'm like average king, right? But for that extra 5 inches that I probably should have been, but I started smoking weed in the middle school, so that might have stunted my growth. But that extra 5 inches, I probably make up for that in other areas, and I think that's some areas and ways some guys they may not know that they can make up for the things they lack in other ways.
Right.
Use those to your advantage and make them known. So if you're a short king, then shit, Napoleon was a short king, and or Casanova was also a short king, and those dudes, they were good with their words
and made history.
And made history. That see facts. Short kings making history, man.
We here for it, just not over here.
But just to be clear though, like what height is the cutoff for a short king?
5'9". For me, what's the cutoff for me, or what's just the cutoff for an in general short king?
Okay, so we know 5'9" is for you. So your height is the cutoff.
I have to be able to look you in the fucking eyes when I tell you to shut up. That's the fucking.
You have to relax. I almost spit out my Coke all over this keyboard. Goodness gracious.
But like a typical dude, I'm thinking like 5'7", 5'6", 5'7". That's pretty short. But that's an average size man, they say. Like in my city is like 5'6", 5'7".
Yeah, well, I feel like the younger generation, they must be drinking some kind of like
the milk's different.
Because these younger dudes these days and chicks are fucking tall. Like, I mean, like giants. I'm like, gosh damn, like what were they drinking that I wasn't when I was younger?
For real. Or I don't know what it is, because even the young ones over here in like my little small town, guys, I'm from a small town, okay? But like they're still not pushing 6 foot. They're taller than like my generation for sure, but they're hitting right here with me. So
Okay, so for you to be interested in a man, right?
Right.
Like, does it always have to be entirely just looks, and height
No.
and all those things? Like, what are the other things that make you feel like, oh, I like this person a lot?
Well, that's a
She's like,
great
nah, it's just the
question.
looks. She's like, it's just the looks. Nah,
Great question.
that's
So,
it.
so
That's it.
honestly, I don't I don't date. I really don't date, but if someone were to approach me off top, if you have a cocky attitude, I'm cool with confidence. Confidence and cocky, y'all know the difference. But you come up to me with some cocky shit, get the fuck out of my face.
Okay,
If
so there's
if
a difference
you
between cocky and confidence, right? So
Yeah, absolutely.
like what like what makes a guy cocky? Because I think there is a fine line, and sometimes it gets misconstrued.
Right. And Daddy guys, I just gotta, I have to say, I'm a different breed. So everybody who knows me personally will be like, Shandy's weird. Like, she's wired differently. Okay. Like, if you come up to me and you're like, damn, baby girl, you're fine as fuck, curb. Hit the fucking curb. Don't talk to me like that. I don't fucking like that. That's not cute. That to me is cocky. If you come up to me and like your presence, your energy, like you're like walk, like when you're about to walk up to a woman and you're be like, I'm bagging her because I know I can and I have shit to offer her more than money. I don't even whatever. But
Right, right.
like that energy comes off as confidence. And like I feel like people are cocky with their words more. You know what I'm saying?
I do know what you're
So
saying. Yeah, but what about if the guy comes off in a way that isn't exactly a predatorial type of way, like making it obvious that he wants to, make you his girl in some kind of way. Predatorial might have been a weird word to use.
I was
You get what I'm saying? You get. I'm like,
what?
that's
Predator was
Jeffrey
the word
Dahmer
of the
type
day
shit.
yesterday. You're a day fucking late, guy. Yesterday was
Oh,
Predator.
oh goodness gracious! But you know what I mean. Like coming off in a way that's like obviously he's trying to bag you. What if he comes up to you like in a regular friendly kind of way and like lowers the guard immediately in that kind of way? Do you feel like that's the
Yeah.
better way to approach a woman, or do you feel like he should make it known like, hey, do you got a boyfriend? Or something along
Yeah.
those lines?
No, I get what you're saying. I think I'm different. If somebody can come up to me and make me laugh, I would much rather somebody come up to me and be like, damn, your fucking pants are split or like some crazy shit. You know what I mean? And I'm like, whoa, like taken by surprise and I laugh. I love to laugh. That's one thing. I love laughing. I love smiling. I hate being angry. It's not worth my energy. So anybody who can make me like laugh and smile, bagged.
All right,
I'm
comedians,
drooling.
tall comedians, make your way down to the floor. Well, you know what? Let's continue this conversation. How about we jump into our first foot commercial of the evening?
Let's
Sounds good. What's up, everybody? Make sure you smash that like button for the POF Pod if you love the POF Pod. Hey, man, today we got Swayne. And it just so happened she's episode 100. So, shout out to that. Shout out to that. You know, I got her social media up right there, and so I expect anybody watching this right now, by the time you're done watching this, to go to her IG. It's Swayne13.13, and it's SWAYNEE13.13. And then on Twitter, it's Arched Queen Lucy, and it's also Arched Queen Lucy on OF. So if you have like a OF account, got to make sure you go there because you're going to see more there than you are on the IGs and what have you. I like those socks, by the way. She's got the
Thank you.
Doodle
I love them.
socks.
They're my favorite.
Anyways, man. Hey, and if you're not following the POF Pod, then how are you even staying up to date with all of the episodes and podcasts? Like, because I just don't get it. How you are keeping up. I mean, maybe you're subscribed on YouTube or something like that, and you actually get notifications. I don't know. They don't really send notifications like that, but eventually they get them, I guess.
They get the message eventually.
Mm-hmm. But anyways, Man, so those are some interesting ways to garner a woman's attention, everybody. Make her laugh, have a little bit of
Yes.
jokey jokes. Don't be
Yes.
so awkward. And
Mhm.
you know,
Confidence. Confidence.
confidence, sure. And have like social media is active too. I feel like is a big one. Now this is advice from me. Like you damn near have to have a social media account with pictures, guys. I
Yeah.
mean, hey, it's not too much to ask. It's almost like a credit score these days, like to show that you are known by other people, right?
Right. But okay, let me ask you something from a male's perspective. I got told the other day, this homie hit me up, and he had gotten me off TikTok. Cool, that's cool, whatever. I have my socials out. He had me on Snap. He goes, yours, and mind you, we've been talking for like the day. Okay. He goes, wow, your Snapchat score is over 100,000. First red flag. And I was like, motherfucker, I don't give a fuck if my Snapchat score is 500,000. You don't know me. You don't know why my Snapchat score is so high. Like, and he hadn't had me on Instagram yet. So he didn't know I had like a little bit of following on Instagram, and like those numbers play into effect for your shit to go up, you
Yeah.
know? So do you think that number, if you see a chick with like high numbers, do you be like, oh, why? Why does she have high numbers?
No, I see a person who understands the way the world works when I see high numbers. Not that the people with low numbers on social medias don't understand the way the world works and the way
Right.
social media works, because they might, and they just don't really care for it like that. But I feel like people who use social media to their advantage and their liking and put what they want people to see only, and
Mhm.
know how to garner the numbers and what have you, and use it as a branding tool rather than
Right.
anything, then I feel like that person is smart and they know what they're doing. Like when I see a person with like hundreds of thousands of followers, or even a M or whatnot, I'm like, that person, they figured it out at a certain point what people are clicking on, and they kept on doing it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I see like greatness in those things, and I see potential, and I feel like, man, that person is just fucking smart. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because I mean, our whole world revolves around social media anyway. Like, I think, I mean, it's cool when you come across somebody who doesn't have social media, I guess, just because I always think in a relationship standpoint, somebody's sneaky, somebody's sending hard, somebody's doing this, somebody's doing that. So it's cool when you come across somebody without social media, but like motherfuckers, it's still happening. It don't matter how many followers you have. But definitely from like a business standpoint, there are people out there with blue checks who only have a couple thousand
Hmm.
followers, but like they figured it the fuck out. Like, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. And by the way, like for the people watching right now, this is live. By the way, this is not a pre-recorded. I know I was doing pre-recordings for a while, but we actually we actually did rock paper scissors to decide if we were going to do this live or if we were going to pre-record it, and she won the rock paper scissors, and here we are doing it live. So shout out to oh, and I just spilled my soda, but shout out to her.
Yes. And I never won rock, paper, scissors. Rock, paper, scissors. I actually have a twin brother, and we used to rock, paper, scissors who was going to get on the bus first, and I never won. So I was like, I'll take my chances tonight.
That's crazy. What was it like growing up as a twin, a fraternal twin? They call it, right?
Yeah. So you can't be identical if you're opposite sex. It's just not
Mhm.
possible. It was amazing for what it was. I forget that some people, I think growing up as a twin, you just forget that not everybody's a twin. So I just assume when you have a brother or sister, like y'all are going through the same thing. You're the same age, you have the same everything, like, you know. So we fought a lot when we were younger, and then as we got older, like we got closer, and my brother is the most amazing man ever. I don't know. I'm very blessed to have him. He's so understanding, so supportive in everything that I fucking do. So being a twin is awesome to me. Like you have a partner in crime regardless, you know?
Yeah, that's what's up. That's what's up. It's nice to hear. I feel like if I was a twin and I had a identical twin, I feel like we would be so bad. We would do all of the wrong things as twins.
Ooh, if I had two of me, I don't know. I don't think I'd like that bitch. I don't think I'd be a fan.
What if she was like, so you wouldn't be a fan? Do you feel like she would be complete opposite of you, like
Yeah,
personality wise? They always are, probably, huh?
they usually are. So like my brother, even though he's a boy, I'm very much like the fighter, the like loud, obnoxious, rude. I'm not proud of like those things all the time, but like that's just I have like the more outgoing personality. And like he is very sweet and kind and caring and sensitive, and you know what I mean? So we like balance each other.
I could dig it. I feel
Yeah.
you. I saw you post something the other day on the gram, and it was funny as fuck because you were like, "It's crazy. I'm always like right in the middle, like a little too hood for some guys." Or what was it again?
It said, I know what you're talking about, and I don't remember it. It's like I'm too hood for the nice guys and too nice for like the hood guys or whatever, which is like story of my fucking life. Daddy goods, it's not fun out here in the streets. It's cold, okay? It's
Man,
fucking cold out here.
man. I know, man. She's in the cold Colorado streets, man, and she needs somebody to cuddle with.
But it sucks because I grew up, I can't help it. I like the bad boys. I remember I used to like Malfoy off Harry Potter. Like that was my first little bad boy that I liked and all that. And then I grew up and then I started liking men with DOC numbers instead of phone numbers type thing, you know? So I know, but I'm aware that I'm white. I get that. Okay, these are not my real eyes, by the way. Like I know I'm blonde hair and like lighter eyes, but some guys that I'm attracted to would be like, "Oh, I'm not going to talk to that white girl." And I get it. I do, like respectfully. But I'm like, "Oh, but I want you. I want that one."
Right, right. But you feel like you being a white girl that some of the more hood guys have brushed you off.
Yeah, definitely. And actually I was with the same guy for 13 years. So that was I got my perfect or somewhat perfect person for essentially 13 years, my perfect type. And then like as I was single and I liked all this certain type, and my type has changed in the last 2 years, but I've always really liked like the thuggish, like hood tatted, like all that. But not a lot of them like white women, which is fine. But I also don't like white men. I know that's so fucked up, but I have a preference. You know, everybody has a
It's okay.
preference.
No, you gotta say
Yeah,
what you're into though. Like
yeah.
that's fine.
And not to say that I haven't ever seen like an attractive white man. It's
Mhm.
just not my preference.
So
But
when you say like you have never seen an attractive white man, is it the way they carry themselves, or is it more so
no,
just the their skin tone that you're not crazy about per se?
no, I'm saying like it's not like I haven't seen an attractive white man. I have. I've seen
Mhm.
many attractive white men, just not
Mhm.
my preference or something. But it's pink, and that freaks me out. I don't like that. It's
Wait,
pink.
what's pink? Let's be clear here.
It's
That
pink.
oh goodness, it's pink. Oh my gosh.
It's I don't know. It's just not cute. I don't. It looks like Kim Possible's little friend.
Do you look up? I don't
Look
know
at
why.
my face. I'm terrified.
No. I'm like, I just thought of the craziest question, and I had to stop myself. But I feel like I should do it.
Do
I
it.
should do it, huh, people? I should do it. All right. When you look up anything on PH, I don't want to say the word, but
Yeah.
when you go on PH, do you type in BBC?
No. I okay. Are we about to talk about our search engine is gonna look like? If I do it, you have to do it too.
Oh, we could talk about it. Yeah, why not?
Okay.
Like try to like if you can't censor the more crazy ones.
Yeah. So I'm more of like a let's be honest,
Oh,
or like um a bang bang.
oh, oh, really?
I don't
So
know why, but and I've actually really never told anybody that. I enjoy watching those. I love those. So it's usually like a let's be honest or a bang bang. Like
mm.
yeah,
do
I
you
think that's
do
really
you
it.
feel like you have like fantasies of that, or
I think I have before,
Mhm.
but I don't think I would be down.
what
You
what would you
know?
not like? Why would you not be down? Like it because of like the social, the way people would perceive you type of thing,
No.
or
People hate me already. I don't care. my reputation's been ruined for years, babe.
Yeah, let me tell you, you don't know me, Daddy Goods. Let me tell you.
No, I really don't care. If it's one thing, I don't care what people think about me, because no matter what I do, I'm a hoe in everybody's eyes.
Mm,
I don't know why. I guess like I did modeling previously, and that just, I'm a hoe. That made me a hoe for sure, I guess. So I don't care no matter what I do. I went and got my master's degree, but now I'm a hoe with a master's degree. So whatever.
wait,
I
wait.
don't.
What did you say happened though? And the reason why they called you a hoe? Did you?
Oh, because I did modeling. I started doing modeling a couple years back. I was doing like MMA ring girl stuff. I did like a tape event in Las Vegas. And so, I was like getting out there in that way. I was doing photo shoots that were more a little like risque, like
Okay.
stuff like that. And people just assumed that I was just taking eggplants left and right because of that. I don't know why, but so
It had to
people
be
haven't
jealousy.
liked me for a cool minute, and that's fine.
Yeah, it had
Give
to
me
be
money.
jealousy.
Give me your man's money. I don't give a fuck. Like,
Yeah. Yeah. I mean that I think that goes for anybody too, or like that's in a smaller town. Because I take it like the town that you're in is probably a smaller town, right?
yeah, it is.
And that's small town behavior where one person is trying to do greater things than what their city has provided for them. And then the other people within that city, they feel like the person that they know and grew up with, there's no way that they can
Right.
achieve all the things that they're trying to achieve, and I can't because we're from the same city. But no, that's just crabs in a bucket behavior.
Right. Right. So, like back to your original question, like my city don't like me. I'm the type of person, you either love me or you hate me. And regardless, I'm still gonna do whatever makes me happy at the end of the day. Like, so even if I did consider a bang bang, I think I would just get scared. I don't know what I'm scared of, but I
Mm,
think I would just be scared
right.
in real life. I'm pretty sure I would tap out. Like, I would just be like, nah, yeah, never mind, guys. Time
Oh,
out.
so I am somebody who I have a lot of women friends, right?
Right.
And so I've been a part of every conversation, even the conversations that spoke about the bang bangs. If y'all
Mm-hmm.
don't know what we're talking about, it rhymes with bang bang, but it ain't bang bang, if you know what I mean.
Change the
But
first letter to a G.
and some of these chicks, they have said that they have achieved better satisfaction with the bang bangs than the
Huh.
other way.
Interesting.
Yeah,
I wonder if it's just like so much stimulation,
probably.
maybe. But I also feel like you would have to have an elite team,
Mm.
Because like, what if you start picking players and they're not really there, to do their best game, and I'm like, oh, that was kind of a waste.
Yeah,
Like,
and then they could just wear that badge on their shirt for the rest of their life. Like, oh, Swayne, like, been there. Like,
yeah, I
yeah,
I stood in the corner for 2 whole minutes. No.
I mean, because dudes do that kind of stuff. I know I might
Yeah.
be breaking guy code a little bit, but guys do that. They wear that badge on their shirt forever. It don't matter if it happened in high school. Like, it
Oh
could
yeah.
be 30 years later. That badge is going to be right there. You're gonna be like,
Oh
oh,
yeah.
oh, look at that. You know, look at that,
What
guys. Yeah,
you want to know? My favorite thing. I don't know if I should say my secret though.
you should.
On
Please share all the secrets on the POF pod, man. That's what
I
the POF pod
know,
is
but
for.
then people are gonna know. Then they're gonna know how to call the bluff. So
Mm.
a lot of people, like I said, will have said like, "Oh, I fuck Shandy Wayne." I'm like, yeah. And then it was weird. He wanted me to like say that I was his mom, and he wanted to wear a diaper, and he was. And if you said you fucked me and you're gonna make up lies, well, I'm making up lies too. Like, he put on a furry costume. He got down on all fours. Like, I'm gonna make it fucking weird.
I
Mm-hmm.
feel like this has happened before.
Yeah, I know I have. I really had to say, like, because some people have been like, "Oh, I fuck Shandy Wayne," and I'm like, it doesn't mean shit. When I'm like, no, he didn't, and I know he didn't. But since that's already out there, I'm gonna make you look like a fucking idiot.
That's a good tactic right there, actually. And I feel
Ladies,
like,
take notes.
yeah, take notes for the ladies watching. Even though I feel like it's probably mostly guys, but take notes, ladies. Yeah. Yeah. Now some chicks watch the podcast too, though. I'll be seeing them chime in and stuff like that. Speaking of chicks, I wanted to take a moment to thank you for being on the podcast. And this is not by no means like the end of the podcast, y'all. I know this is kind of like, but I wanted to say, like, I was surprised that I got you on the podcast before any of my other Denver friends. So I just wanted to shout out to you for that. I'm like, hey, shout out to Swayne, man.
No, thank you. I'm pumped. I was so pumped to do this and to be invited and by the one, the only Daddy Good. So
man, I feel like it's only right though that you are here on a podcast, because you like actually really promote the foot game and promote like strictly just that, right? Like you don't really do much NSFW type stuff.
No, so I only do foot content. More recently I've stepped it up a little bit, made it a little bit more spicy. So I do like lingerie and like that kind, but I will never do nudity. I hate when people ask me. It's on my page 3 goddamn times and people still be like, so what's up with them nudes? Like, nothing, motherfucker. Read the fucking fine print. 3 times it's in there. So I've always stuck to the foot game because I know that there's a community out there that's interested. I feel like I'm respected with my clients more. I feel like they're just more, I don't know how to explain it. I guess just like respectful, kinder, more willing to like give and spoil, and also my grandpa's still alive, so like I don't know.
You don't want him to accidentally like
I literally had a pool party for my graduation party and I've never worn a crop top. I rarely wear ripped jeans. I don't curse in front of him. I don't drink in front of him. My grandpa thinks I'm a fucking angel. And then for my graduation, here I am running around in a bikini taking shots of Patron. And then I'm like, Grandpa, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
He was there?
Yeah, Gramps had to go, of course.
Shout out to Gramps, man.
Yeah, good looking Larry came to party.
Shout out to Gramps. So Gramps sounds like a cool Gramps.
He is. He's really cool. Like, he's a hard worker. He's just so cute, and I love him so much. But yeah, so I've never even considered putting my punani out there, especially while he's alive.
I mean, honestly, you seem like a very like person who is about the respect, like when people talk to you, you come off as somebody who like you almost demand the respect without telling people you demand the respect.
Yeah, I guess. Like some people, I don't know. People have told me they're like, oh, you're just intimidating. And I'm like, I don't know how. I'm literally always smiling. Like I always have a smile on my face. I don't know what's intimidating about that. I try to make it like a point to make people feel comfortable to talk to me. Because like obviously I'm a social worker. I do like therapy and stuff like that. So like I want people to feel comfortable to talk to me, but they're like, no, dude, like your like attitude, your persona, your energy is just like bad bitch, like intimidation. I'm like, oh, well, thank you.
You're like, man, it's the best of both worlds. That's how we do it. Yeah.
But no, I think the world should respect people more. And I know that we're kind of in that generation of like, oh, you need to give me respect to get respect. And I'm like, well, if we just started here, we would be good. Like we should be starting up there,
Most definitely. I like that. And actually, I want to talk about the social work and things like that a little bit more, if you don't mind. But how about we hop into the next foot marshal? And shout out to everybody that's watching live and actually leaving comments, man. Shout out to you. Shout out to Chris, Bart. Shout out to Jermichael, Elmore. Shout out to Heating Up, William Lewis, Matthew Cronin. Shout out to all of y'all. I'm scrolling up. Quan Swag, shout out to you. Nelson. Drop those comments, man. I see the fire emojis. This is like a preview, by the way. So Arch Queen Lucy, she goes ham on the OF. Absolutely. I'm assuming
I try my best.
she tries.
I try.
If y'all haven't yet, smash the like button. Hey man, look, if you guys want the socks to come off, y'all gotta make sure that like button is getting smashed and you're subscribing to the podcast and you're dropping comments and leaving comments, all those great things, because that's what happens. Good things happen to the supporters. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the Shandy. Well, anytime I do a commercial and I start talking like that, I feel like I'm in, like the DJ at a strip club or something.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Shandy Wayne coming to the stage. Fellas, get your ones ready, and you know. That's what I feel. Would you ever be a stripper?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Okay, well, the only thing that like would suck about it is the shoes really take a toll on your feet. Like you always have blisters, you're gonna get cut type thing. And I'm like, I don't know if I want my feet to hurt. I like being a foot princess, to be honest.
Yeah, I feel you on that. Yeah, those are some high heels, like for real. Like those are higher than the average, like 5 inches type of thing.
Yeah, I have some. Watch one. I'll just grab them for you guys.
The show.
But
she's gonna grab us the heels. That's a fly ass. What is that? Like what is that? A blanket or
abstract art? Isn't it beautiful?
It is beautiful. It is very beautiful.
I love it. But so, I mean, these are no joke, guys. They hurt a lot. Okay. And it's because right here is where you get cut at the most. And it's 3 out of 10.
Yeah, y'all got it rough with those ones.
But if I could handle the foot pain and if I had upper body strength at all, I would totally do it.
Yeah, most definitely. Wait, so you need upper? Oh, you mean like as far as like being on a pole goes?
Huh?
Yeah, dude, that takes crazy upper body strength because they be like flipping around up there. I'm like, gosh dang, how they do that?
No, I just bought a pole, just to kind of like fuck around and try to get a little stronger type thing, right? No. Yeah. Who am I kidding at this point? I got on that thing and I was like,
you look athletic though. You could do it. You look athletic. Stop it. You be acting like you're all kinds of old and stuff like that.
No, I'm not. That's not. I just don't have upper body strength. Like I've never been able to do a pull-up, but in my next life, I'm definitely going to do 3 for sure.
You've never done a pull-up before?
No.
Dude, if you can do, and what about, hey man, we're going to do a challenge one of these days. Daddy Goods is going to give Swayne $100 if she can do 5 pull-ups.
5? Give me $10 for an elbow crease. That's as good as we're getting.
Damn, like that? Like you can't.
It's so hard, and I have convinced myself it's because my arms are double jointed, and I'm like, oh, that's why you can't do it. But I just think I just don't got it in me.
Dude, I'm double jointed too, though.
Yeah, in your arms.
My shoulder, yeah, I could like literally. It hurts like a bitch, but I could literally pop my whole shoulder out. The bone.
Okay, I can't do that, but
yeah,
can't do all that.
So it's probably good that like I'm such a clean record type of dude, never been arrested or nothing like that, because like I could probably like get out of the cuffs and I'd be like do some more
like look at this magic trick.
Yeah. And then I'll be tempted to like just run or something like that. It's probably a terrible thing to say on a live podcast being recorded. They're like, see. Allegedly.
Yeah.
There you go. That's so Street Champs right there. I love that because every episode they're like allegedly, like all the crazy stuff that they have done.
Oh man, yeah, allegedly. I learned that. Shout out Thea. Thea told me never, ever.
Hey man.
Without allegedly.
So how do you know everybody from Street Champs and Still Spicy? Like, did you like grow up with them?
No. So back in. God, I don't know when. Shit, it's been a few months, but I had gotten a message and Derek was just like, hey, want to be on my podcast? And I was like, okay. And he said, cool, like show up this time, this day. Great. And I did. Showed up to a stranger's house for a podcast. Who knows? Thank God he didn't turn me into a skin suit, but he was legit. And that was the first time that I had met them, was
On
the
that
night that I
episode?
did the podcast. Yeah. And
What?
yeah.
That's wild. I thought you guys like would have known each other
No,
beforehand.
that was the first time that I had met them, and they were all so kind, so sweet, so much fun. Oh my God, I had a blast. Like I had so much fun,
It was a good
and
episode.
it was good vibes, and yeah.
But you're also like a bubbly, friendly person. I know you said people like don't like you, but I can't see people not liking you. You just have that bubbly, like cool person type of personality. It would have to be jealousy for them to not fuck with you.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I ask a hater, I guess. I don't know. And I honestly, now it's been a couple years, and I really try to keep a low profile on the hate. So I couldn't even say that I have a lot of people who don't like me anymore, but who knows? Maybe they've just been hiding. And I've grown up. I have too much life to be living to worry about somebody who don't fucking like me. And I don't know. I would just much rather get along with people. And I think that a lot of people are going through a lot of things, or maybe they just met me in the wrong light, the wrong time. And, maybe I was in a bad mood type shit. So whatever. But thank you. I appreciate that. I do try to put positivity out there.
Woohoo. She's the shit. Do you ever like get surprised though, like when you find out somebody doesn't like you? Like, what the fuck? I thought we were cool. Like we just spoke like last week.
Just last week. No, sometimes I do, but sometimes, I mean, honestly, I really don't give a shit. If somebody don't like me, I am not worried about why. If you try to fight me in the bar, I mean, I'm cute, okay? I'm going to try to avoid the fight anymore. I used to love fighting. That was like something I really liked doing. And I used to get like an adrenaline rush, but like I have a whole life to worry about instead of fighting. So if somebody really dislikes me that bad, like, baby girl, you need therapy, first of all. Or baby boy, you need therapy. But
And see, these are words of wisdom coming from the Swayne, and she's a social worker as well. So with a master's degree in social work. So what makes you want to go into that direction?
For social work?
Yeah.
So a million things. My mom grew up in the system. My partner that I spoke about previously is an addict and like on the streets, and he struggled with addiction for a long time. My stepdad in and out of prison, drugs, my bio dad, drugs, stepbrothers, drugs. And then I worked in a homeless shelter for adolescents for almost 5 years. And I think working there, that really, that just like put a fire under me, I don't think a lot of people know that that's a population that even exists. Like you just think like, nah, people have their kids, and if they don't, they're in CYFD or DHS or protective services custody, and that's not true. Like there are a lot of young people out there who are like parentified and just trying to survive, literally. And that really just like put the fire in me to like keep going, get my master's, so I can actually do something about it instead of just like work for somebody else, which I have to do. I have to pay my dues, and I get that, but the bigger picture is to help, just to help,
And then next thing we know, you're gonna be running for the mayor of your city.
Yeah, fuck yeah, vote for me in 2032. No.
I mean, because like that's like the route that people who really care about those that are going through those kind of life experiences, those people do eventually sometimes become a part of the city council, and then they become potentially the mayor, or at least try to run for the mayor, things like that, because you do have to make a difference from the inside, to be able to really truly make a difference, because not everybody cares about those struggling with addiction and the homelessness and things of that sort. And you just see it all over the place now, especially in the US. Like there's countries that you don't see that in, but in the US you see it just running rampant.
Yeah. And I think, I don't know, like I have so many things like as far as social work that I want to tell people, and really like I said it on the live podcast, like support each other, like be kinder to one another. I just think that and don't get me wrong, I'm not fucking perfect by any means, and I've used terms like, oh, that guy's just a crackhead, or and I really shouldn't, but like I really get upset when people are like, oh well, they're just on drugs so they don't deserve this and this, and I'm like, okay, nobody woke up and is like, I'm gonna be the fattest heroin addict that I've ever seen, and I'm gonna be so good at it. Like nobody wakes up thinking that. People fall into hard times. There's stuff going on, trauma. Like life fucking is hard and sucks sometimes. And some people just aren't in a position to get through it. So I just feel like people should be more empathetic towards something they're not experiencing firsthand, I don't know. I could go on forever about it.
I mean, I'm here forever if you want.
Okay. Well, yeah, I don't know. And I really do just think that if people were kinder and more empathetic, because I have had to like reality check myself a bunch of times, and it's just a growing process. Nobody is perfect. I don't ever expect, like I just admitted, like there are some times that I catch myself and I'm like, oh, what a crackhead. And I shouldn't use that term. I'm growing. I'm trying to, like become better and everything like that. And I just think that people should really challenge themselves to look at somebody who's on the street screaming at the sky, twerking or like twitching their body and stuff, and instead of laughing at that, like have empathy for that person. Like they're going to be sleeping cold tonight. They've had to use, or they might be using substances just to survive through that, or something has happened. And I just think that people look at that situation and laugh instead of being like, wow, I wonder what got them there,
Right. No, that is some real in-depth thinking when it comes to it. And people should think like that because it's so true. And most times you don't even think about that until you have like a family member or somebody you went to school with who is actually experiencing that. And then you see it and then you think about those circumstances. I mean, I know we all just want to worry about ourselves most of the time, and that's cool. But, shout out to the people who are doing social work like yourself.
Thank you.
Super awesome. Let's do our next commercial and then we'll continue. I want to ask you a question after this. Shout out to the people in the live comments, and like double shout out to you if you have already smashed the like button. I love reminding you guys, of course. Oh my gosh, she's gonna take them off, y'all. Yo, make sure you subscribe to the POF Pod and all those good things. And I do have a join member section on the POF Pod, so if you join, that is highly appreciated. Everything that is donated to the POF Pod, even in the form of a membership, it truly helps the podcast and helps grow the podcast in many ways. Equipment, potentially flying out guests to Las Vegas to get them to do live podcasts, things of that sort. So keep that in mind, man. The show only gets better the more the fans of the podcast participate as well. And it's not always just money, but it can also be sharing the podcast with a friend, going on IG, following it, shouting it out, stories, things like that. So yeah, man, appreciate y'all. I think everybody's gonna subscribe now.
Oh yeah. We love it.
Shout out to that, man. All right, so I got to ask, this is my movie segment. Did you see the new Black Panther?
No, but
yeah.
I don't go to the movie theater. I haven't been in the movie theater forever.
When's the last time you went to the movie theater?
The Joker. I went and saw the Joker.
Whoa, the Joker? Yeah. That was like How many years ago? Like 10?
Two? No, I'm just kidding. I think it was like 3 years ago.
The one with I can't remember the guy's name. The guy that plays in the Suicide Squad. No, that
Sure.
wasn't it.
Sure.
Like,
No, the one, yeah, I mean, like, it was, what the fuck was his name? He did a great job. He
it's like
did.
J something. I can't remember. It starts with a J. But I didn't know there was a Joker movie that came out though.
Oh yeah, it's sick. It's so good.
It was called The Joker.
Yeah,
Let me see.
called Joker. Yeah.
Oh yeah, with
As soon as you say it.
Joaquin Phoenix.
Yes.
Yeah, Joaquin Phoenix. I didn't see that one. That was in 2019. So yeah, you're like 2 or 3 years ago, and that was the
Yeah.
last one you saw in the theaters.
Yeah.
Well, I guess like the pandemic happened after that, and nobody went to the
Yeah,
theaters during the pandemic.
that's true. And I mean, I don't know. I also, okay, I'm like the shittiest millennial there is. Like, I don't have Facebook. I don't watch the news. So it's hard for like me to like know about things coming up unless it pops up on Instagram, you know?
Right, right.
So no, I didn't watch it. I would love to watch it, but also when I sit down and watch a movie, I want to watch movies with people. I watch TV shows alone. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you on that. Yeah, and then the TV shows. Yeah, because you just binge on the TV shows, huh?
Yeah.
Like,
Oh my god. Yeah.
that's like I just want to grab some unhealthy snacks out the cabinet or fridge and just go ham and binge watch these shows.
Yes. What's your favorite binge worthy show? And if you say The Office, just end the live right now, honestly.
I've never seen The Office, so
Okay.
that live won't be ending. My favorite binge worthy show, I would have to say, as of recent, has been The Boys.
Okay.
Have
What's
you
it
seen that?
about? No.
All right, so The Boys is about superheroes who basically, all right, how do I explain it? So there's superheroes in this show, right? But the way these people became superheroes, they didn't even know that they became superheroes this way. Basically, they were injected with kind of like a steroid when they were babies, and that gave them superpowers. But they didn't even know that they were injected with this, what they called compound V, which was the steroid, until later on. And so it was a company who was producing the steroid, and that was their product. That's what they were making billions of dollars off of. But they were
Right.
marketing the superheroes, people almost kind of like the Avengers in Marvel, right?
Right.
But they were the most famous people in the world. They were the celebrities of the world because they were real life superheroes and they were doing real life superhero shit. But they were under the impression that they were really just God's gift to the world, there to save the world, and they were just meant to be celebrities and superheroes. But once they start realizing that they were not born that way and they were basically mutated as babies, you know, and things start changing a little bit. But while all of that is happening, the people that they have disrupted the lives of because they were doing some low-key sly shit as superheroes, those people were after the superheroes and the company that was producing the steroid, basically. And so it's just, I'm still watching it, so there's still more, but it's a pretty darn good show. I see some people are saying great show. It is a good show.
So how many seasons is it?
That's a good question. I think it's like 3 seasons. The shows are like an hour long each. There's like a good 10 of them per season. So I'm only on season 2, like episode 6 or something like that. So there's a good number of shows on the episodes, but I mean on the seasons. But I mean it's a pretty good show. So that's like my most recent, but I mean I've been into all kinds of different ones. Like it's not necessarily like the real masculine shows. Like I like Jane the Virgin too. Jane the Virgin was tough.
That was a great show.
The guy that writes those shows, he's really fucking good.
Yeah.
Really good. Yeah. And he put out the Baker, I think it was called, on Netflix. Did you watch that?
The Baker?
Yeah, it was let me see. Now I gotta look it up. Let me see. The Baker.
I would think that he made Young and Hungry. If I'm thinking, that's what I would think.
Beauty. It's called The Baker and the Beauty, and it's a rom-com.
No. I want to watch it.
Yeah, so only one season came out, and they haven't came out with a second season yet. But you're gonna watch it, and you're gonna want a second season. It's that good. So, but that one was really good, and there's some others. But yeah, no, I never got into The Office. But why not The Office though? What's wrong with The Office?
I just think it's dry, and I feel like you're either a Friends or The Office person, and I'm a Friends person. I love Friends. I don't know. I just don't like dry humor like that.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
my thing.
I feel you. You like it to actually be funny.
Yeah, like for real. Not. I don't know. And I'm not like a fan of people who are like that too, like that have that really dry humor. It's like pulling teeth.
You know what saves those shows is this right here.
I know. They
Because that
fool
can make
you. They
anything-
trick
that can
you
make
into thinking
anything
it's
funny.
fucking funny.
They really do. Like George Lopez. You ever watch George Lopez?
Yeah, but I love George Lopez.
I do too. But like, I mean, it's not always funny though. But that laugh track makes it funny.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I haven't. Jane the Virgin. That's cute. I binge watched that so fast. I actually think I watched that during the pandemic. I worked through the pandemic though, so like I didn't like get to stay at home, but I do remember that I watched a lot of that towards the end of the pandemic. And I loved it. I was like, oh, how cute.
Now Swayne is in these streets going wild.
Do what?
I said now Swayne is in the streets going wild.
Somebody come get me.
Yeah. Well, Swayne, thank you so much for being on the POF Pod. And, you know, being that you were episode number 100, you know, that's kind of a big deal. You know what I'm saying?
So much. Yes.
So, is there anything that you would like to tell the people watching that are going to be watching? Anything?
All I can say is like, follow, subscribe, go subscribe to all of my social medias, and be kind to one another and support one another, and that's it.
Well, what a lovely message. And thank you once again for being on. Shall we foot march our way on out of here?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. What did you say?
I said I wish I had my toe ring on.
Man, you're good. Man, thank you everybody for tuning in. Shout out to the homie Bart. Always showing love in the comments, man. That's the homie for real. Yo, this is low-key a goated episode. I don't know if y'all like realize that yet. You know, hopefully soon. I'm gonna remove all the text off the screen real quick. We'll make it all Shandy Wayne for a second. Smash the like button, y'all. And you know, once again, make sure you go follow her on IG, Swayne13.13. Oh, she's flexible, dude. What? You are flexible.
I know, for a big body bitch. No.
You're a big body bitch. I love my Denver people. They got the funniest slang. I swear. I fuck with it. Well, good looking out, and everybody, thanks for tuning in. We'll holler at you next time. Don't go nowhere, Swayne. I'm gonna holler at you after the live broadcast. We out.